was the win. Y'all thought the big bad wolf finna come blow my own door down. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm afraid to be by yourself. You ain't never afraid to be by yourself. Say you ain't afraid to be by yourself. Say you ain't afraid to be by yourself. You don't need a man, you do it by yourself. Oh, 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 oh.
What's up, my loves? What's up, my loves? Well, when y'all see this, it's gonna be Sunday, so happy Sunday. I'm so glad that y'all have gathered here with me on today. Now, this is future Audrey. Well, it's present for me, but future for y'all, because the next clip is definitely the past still. We're still rolling footage from past clips that I have yet to upload. So, bear with me. But I need to give this disclaimer. If you're new to my channel, my name is Audree. Obviously, I have not been saying that in a lot of my vlogs because they're all old. That's one thing. Number two, I have actually been gone for quite some time. On today, this is, what today is? October, like the 24th, 25th. Is today Tuesday or Wednesday? Today's Tuesday. Okay. Hayla's birthday is tomorrow, which is one of my best friends. I also call her my little sister. So happy early birthday, Hayla. And then my best friend Malolo and Rhea are getting married this freaking weekend. I am so excited. By the time that y'all see this, she will be married. My best friend getting. Boy, I about broke my face. Hold on, y'all. She getting married. She getting married. She getting married. She getting married. 5 more days. Wait, is it 5? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 4 more days. 4 more days. Shake that thing, girl, you getting married today. Shake that thing, girl, you getting married today. She getting married. Put that ring on my finger. Put that ring on my finger. She getting married. She getting married. She getting married. She getting married. Put that ring on her finger. Put that ring on her finger. Okay, y'all. Okay. I'm so sorry for the new ones. Look, she's getting freaking married, and I'm super excited. Or you're married. Congratulations on being married. Okay, let's get back focused. Okay, calm down. I've been working on my zen, y'all. Been working on my peace. Now, I needed to come in. Actually, give me a moment. Y'all, I've been working out, but right now I'm like really out of breath. Cause I guess I haven't been working that much, but let me go get something to drink real quick. Okay, now we're back in action. Actually, let me get a sip of this. This is 100% coconut water Taja. Taja, I don't, look, you see it, you can read it, you got it. I probably need to do some little hand workouts. Yeah, that was the win. Y'all thought the big bad wolf finna come blow my own door down. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, now let's focus. Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today on the Audrey Show, we'll be talking about why I have been gone. MIA. And where's the rest of the footage at? So, stay tuned. Nah, I'm just kidding, y'all. So, I'm editing the video so I can get all caught up. And since I will be traveling, I wanted to go ahead and upload Sunday's video so we don't have no delays in schedule. Wednesday's video is already uploaded or scheduled, and it will be posting at exactly 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, Central Standard Time. We have a new upload schedule. It's going to be Wednesdays and Sundays. And if I thought about doing 3 days out the week, so we might see, but right now for sure we're going to do Sundays and Wednesdays. But if I did do 3 days, it would have been Sundays, probably Tuesdays and Wednesdays, or Sundays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. But let's just stick with 2. Since we was already struggling with just creating one content, let's just stick with 2 right now and be consistent with that. Okay? But that video is already scheduled, and I wanted to get this one done. But as I was going through all of my SD cards and my phone, seeing all the footage that I have recorded, we came to a pause. And if you're following me on TikTok, then you already know I went to Best Buy like last week to get my passport fixed because my MacBook was not reading my passport. And right before I moved, yes, spoiler alert, I have moved. Right before I moved, I had put all of my memories and footage that was on my SD cards onto my hard drive and deleted it. Well, my hard drive is broke now, so I can't get any of that footage in. I am super upset about it, but you know, it is life. You know, life happens and life goes on. But I really wanted y'all to like experience my full raw emotions on so many things, because so much stuff had happened. From, I think so far I have only uploaded 3 videos, and in that time frame so when those videos was produced in February, so from February to we're now in October, a lot has changed. So let's talk about the stuff that y'all are going to be missing inside of the vlogs, that it won't be seeming too jumbled, okay? Okay, so first thing, back in when I started being inconsistent, back in I think November, December, I was talking to someone during this time, and it was cool, you know, I was having fun, but I also was getting very distracted. And in that place of me being distracted, I fell off of my social media. I was still recording some things, and then I would upload whenever I wanted to, and I wanted to like really stay consistent during Vlogmas. Completely failed because I was so wrapped around like just being present and enjoying someone else's company for a change, because it's been a long time, you know, since I've actually interacted with a male figure in my life, a male semi-partner in my life, since my actual last relationship. So I was enjoying the moment. I'm not gonna lie, I was living it up. I was happy. To an extent, I was happy. But life goes on. And in the point of life going on, obviously me and that person is no longer talking. And I actually ended up moving back to Louisiana. Now y'all know I was staying in Georgia with my dad. This is where I messed up at, to be completely honest. Chasing after boys. Chasing after boys. Yes, I wanted my own home. And I'm actually glad, like, I don't fault anyone for any of the decisions that I made, because actually the decisions that I made led me to the place where I'm at now. And I feel like I am truly at my happiest now from doing that. First of all, I feel like I'm looking up at y'all, and I don't really like that. Let me scoot y'all down just a little. Let me go down just a little bit. Now we're looking a little crooked, huh? Are we eye level now? Okay, that's better. That's better. I don't like looking up at people like that. Not like that. But I don't regret any of the decisions that I have made because it has all led me here. Now, if you have been following me, you know I originally was in the military. I was a supply sergeant in the military. So I was AGR because I was National Guard, but I was a full-time guardsman. This was back in 2020. In this time, I was in another relationship, obviously. Me and that partner parted ways, went our separate ways, and I ended up moving my family, me and Aiden, to California. Left my job, left everything except for my furniture, but I ended up moving to California and started a new life. That was a very challenging season in my life, but kudos, we made it past that point. We picked up and left California after staying in California for 2 years without working. I did not have a job my whole time staying in California. I'm so grateful because I was not struggling when I stayed in California. I probably would have still been in California if I had met people. But I feel like California was just for me to just venture off and find myself and not have distractions, like really create a relationship between myself, figure out part of myself, to heal areas, to not be distracted with friends, family, alcohol, any other substances, any clubbing, partying, all those other things, just to really just stay focused and really create in that relationship with the Most High. And that is when my spiritual awakening definitely started. In that alone period, I started separating from people. I started separating from old friends, from relationships, people that I thought that I wanted, all gone. Picked up, left California, moved with my dad to Alabama, and then he ended up buying a house in Georgia. And so that is where I was before I took this long break. In the midst of that, and I think I still have my apartment tour. If I do, then I'll upload that video, but I'm honestly not sure because, like I said, so much stuff has been lost in this time frame. But in January, I did end up getting my own apartment in Louisiana. And this was my first time having my own place in a year. And I was extremely excited to be in my own spot again because it had been so long. It was a year. That was the longest time that I ever went with staying with someone and not having my own space. And then having a kid on top of it, it was just a lot. I love staying at my dad's, and I really wish during that time, because I didn't have no bills, my dad is very, very supportive. Very supportive, and I'm so glad that everything happened the way that it did because it really gave me an opportunity to spend that time back with my father. However, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I should have been saving during that time when I didn't have no bills, and I'm so grateful that my dad did not make me pay no bills. He did not make me do anything. He wanted the best for me, and that was for me to save my money because he knew I wanted to buy a house. I did pay off my debt during this time, but I wasn't saving. And the way that I could have been saving is crazy. But you live and you learn. And I'm definitely learning in this season. So I ended up moving back to Louisiana. I got my own place. I thought it was going to be easy peasy breezy. And it was very spare the moment too. Now, if you know, I had been applying for houses in Georgia and I just could not get approved. I applied for an apartment in Louisiana, got approved instantly. So I was like, okay, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be at. I only did a 6-month lease there because I knew I did not want to be in Louisiana. I just didn't know where the Most High was taking me. Like, what was I supposed to be doing? I was feeling so lost. Like, every time I felt like I was on the right track, and in my head, the right track was a relationship. Oh, this relationship is finally working out. This is where I'm supposed to be. Oh, this relationship is finally working out. This is where I'm supposed to be. Oh, this person wants this from me, so I need to move here. Or this person wants this from me, so I need to move here. I need to adjust my life to fit everyone else. And it's just like, Audrey, slow down. Think about what you're doing. Stop looking for boys. Stop looking for a relationship. Stop looking for love. Stop looking for a husband. Stop looking for someone to cater to you and to be there with you, to match pajamas with you, to giggle and watch movies with you. Do those things by yourself and with your son. How about you do that? How about you do that? And so, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie, I did not like it at all, but it was something that I needed. So from February to May, January, me and the dude stopped talking. February, I was still holding on, but I think it was at the end of February, I just kept seeing stuff and it was just making me very uncomfortable. And then it's something inside of you. It's really your intuition that you really should pay attention to. Like when you start feeling like, yo, is this person playing with me right now? Am I really settling to just be a piece for someone? Like, is this all that I think of myself, that I can't get a full person to love me and just me? Like, why am I sitting here settling for stuff that I done already fixed when I was in California? I don't need this. I can be alone. I have been alone for this long. Why would I spend all this time alone to get with someone or try to make someone notice me, try to make someone want to be with me, try to make someone see me, and I'm still only getting half of them? The half of them that I'm getting and I'm giving to them, why not just give that back to myself and spend that time by myself again? It's too easy. So that's exactly what I did, and I became extremely serious with my life. I got on Indeed. I fixed my resume. I did my headshot photo, fixed my LinkedIn account. I was applying for jobs on USA Jobs. If you do not know about USA Jobs, I'm going to tell you right now. If you are a veteran, even if you're not a veteran, but if you are in school, go on USA Jobs and apply for jobs. Like, seriously, y'all. Seriously. Apply on, like, connect with people on LinkedIn. I didn't really apply. I mean, I applied for jobs on Indeed. Like, I was filling out, like, I think I was setting goals to do 10 to 20 applications a day. And I wasn't getting no calls back. And I'm very qualified, but I just was not getting any calls back, and I was getting very discouraged. And I think I talked about that in one of the previous vlogs, because I just wanted to, like, get myself together. I haven't worked since 2020, and it was like, okay, I've already finished school, which, thank you, Most High, I did complete school, which it seemed like no one even know, because I was so wrapped up behind someone else that I didn't even take the time to celebrate me and my hard accomplishments. It's like I just keep getting lost, like, behind other people accomplishments. It's like, Audrey, but you just graduated too. Why aren't you celebrating you? But, you know, we live and we learn. Like I said again, I don't regret anything. But I'm definitely living and learning a lot. I feel like my life should just say live and learn. So, I did graduate with my master's back in December, right when I turned 29. I am turning 30 this year, so I'm excited about that, because going into my 30 with grace. My 30s will be graceful and peaceful and loving. If I don't end up in a relationship or end up being married in my 30s, let me just marry myself. Let me marry my relationship with the Most High. Let me strengthen that. Let me strengthen that relationship with my son. Let me be the best version of myself that I can possibly be, because 20s, I fumbled and I played around with it. 30s, I'm taking it serious. It's like a whole rebrand. A lot of people are talking about how they rebranding their life and how you can reinvent yourself, but you're not really reinventing yourself. You're just doing the same thing and then just adding the title on it, or just changing your outfit. I am actually reinventing myself, and baby, it is hard. It is extremely hard to give up your old ways, especially for me. I have an attitude problem. My mouth is crazy. If I don't like anything, I'm going to say it. I'm very blunt, and I really don't be caring about how I make other people feel. Or no, that's the old me. That's the side of me that I'm still trying to work on. But now it's just like, oh, if my mouth don't say it, my face will. Let me just go ahead and go. You know, that's where I'm at now. But I went through a lot of changes. Now, back in when I was doing all these applications, I know I'm just like all over the place because I think I got ADHD, y'all, but y'all just bear with your girl. I was doing all these applications and I finally got a hit. No, I had got 2 hits. And one of them I was talking about the job that I was going to go sit in the parking lot and manifest my job because I just knew it was a state job. I just knew this job was for me. I wanted this job so bad. I could see myself working the job. And I didn't get the job. I didn't hear anything back about the job. And I was just like, okay, well, I don't know. I really don't know. I started going to seminars. I started doing virtual, like, assessments on how, like, if I'm just not doing anything right, just preparing myself, just shifting my mindset. I knew what type of job I wanted. And I'm not sure if I still have it written down, but I had bought a chalkboard and I wrote down the job that I wanted in the area, like the agency. Is it an agency? The field, the career field, like military, government, retail, marketing, social media, stuff like that. I broke it down in that way, like where I wanted to be, what career field I wanted to be, what job title I wanted to be in, my pay range, and my work hours, even down to the my work hours and the time of days that I work. I freaking kid you not. I think a month later, after I made that, probably wasn't even a month. I'm probably going to say like 2 weeks after I made that. And I had it in my heart, like, I'm not going to settle. Like, I'm not going to just keep applying for 10 different jobs and I don't want to work this. I'm going to get hired, I'm going to interview for it, and I'm not going to want it. I'm not going to want this. When I really sat down and made that list and really thought about what do Audrey want to do with her life, I knew I wanted a job where I can dress up, go inside the office with my briefcase and my heels, and someone be like, Miss, I'm just going to say Audrey, Miss Audrey or Miss Renee, you have a call on line 1. There's a meeting. Would you like some coffee or some tea? I don't really drink coffee, so you want some tea for your meeting? That's what I want with my little briefcase and my little notebook, so I can go to my meetings, taking notes, and then I can present to people. And this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, these are the clients that we have. That is what I envisioned myself, and still just thinking about it, it just still makes me freaking smile. It really do. Because I end up getting a freaking interview, 2 interviews after that, after I made that. One of them I wasn't really feeling, but the second one, and I recorded this. When it all happened, I recorded it. I remember sitting down and recording this whole process of my life because I just cried on camera. Like, I was just so happy. I didn't even have the freaking job yet, y'all. Oh my gosh, I wish I still had this freaking footage so that y'all can see. I remember I did the phone interview. It was just a phone interview. It didn't even go to the actual interview yet. And I remember getting on camera and talking to y'all, telling y'all, like, this is my job. I can feel it in my heart. This is my job. This is where the Most High is telling me, this is it. And that was another thing. I also wanted, I wanted the opportunity to work from home too. I wanted a work from home job too. But I was just like so blessed. And I was just like, I don't care what no one says, like, this is my position, and no one's gonna take this position from me. Then I remember going to the actual interview and interviewing for it, and the whole time I'm just like, this is my job. And even down to my supervisor, I kid you not, I was like, because we was interviewing on 3 different people, but only 2 people had spots, and I was like, no, this is my manager. I remember getting off the interview and crying, just praising the Most High, just thanking him in advance, like, yo, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you, because I know this is where you are taking me. This is my job. This is my manager. Everything that they was saying, it was like what I wanted. I wanted a job working with project, like being a PM, because I wanted to be a project manager. But I didn't have no experience in project management. But I would just see like the women of PM and project managers on TikTok and on YouTube, and I knew that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to learn more in this career field. I wanted to. And though my job is not exactly project management, I'm working close to them, really, really close with them. And so I'm learning the PM side of things and also my side of things as well. So I'm still getting like everything that I wanted. It was just like crazy. But like they told me they would call me in a week to let me know the status, if I got the job or if I didn't. I kid you not, 30 minutes after I finished praising the Most High for this job that I knew was already mine, with that manager that I knew was already mine. Yeah, they just gave me another revelation, but I got a call from her, from the supervisor, from my actual supervisor now, saying that she wanted me to be on their team, and that she was setting me up with another interview so I can meet with that actual branch and my co-workers. I was so freaking excited, and this was in end of March, maybe April. No, it had to be in April. All of this had to have happened in April. Yeah, because in March I had made that final decision. I'm not settling. I'm not settling. If this person don't want me, oh well. And I cut it clean off instantly. Choo. Say the wrong things to me and you just lose all access to me. Blocked and delete your number, because I'm not gonna be no one's second option. I'm not gonna be your spin the block, you come back around once you can figure out, oh, this is not what you want. I'm not gonna do that. And I'm not even gonna set myself in a position for you to even think inside of your heart, inside of your mind, that you can even play me like that. So I was just like, no. And then I went through a list of every male that I have dealt with. All of them, even down to my childhood. Every person that I have dealt with, and I put their names on the chalkboard, and I started like putting characteristics, and I realized I have a type. I do this whole thing, this whole cycle where everyone is all contributing, and I'm always the one chasing. I'm always chasing after men, and I'm wondering why my relationships don't ever work out. And I realized my relationships don't work out because my men aren't choosing me. I am choosing them. So when they choose to leave, it's because they never seen me as the potential. They never sought after me. They never seen anything long term with me because they never pursued me. I've always pursued them. And I'm wondering, okay, well, why are they always leaving? They say that they like me. Yeah, they like you in that moment. They like you when you're doing for them. They like you when the person that they like don't want them. But as soon as that person that they wants them back, you're no longer an option for them. You're no longer their choice. So stop doing that. You see the pattern now. If a person don't want you, if a person tells you that this is what they want, if a person tells you that they just want to be friends, that they don't want anything more, and you know that you want something more, and that was another thing, I'm always trying to change someone's mind. Oh, he's only saying that for right now because he's never met me. No, girl, he's saying that because that's how he feels. Like, stop living in your own Delulu world and like listen to what these men are telling you so you can stop setting yourself up for failure and being in relationships with people who don't really want a relationship out of you. Like, get it through your membrane, my girl. And once I like seeing, I keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's just like, okay, you sick in the head. You real deal sick in the head and you need to get it together. So at that point, I was like, I'm not dealing with nobody. No. This time, I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on Audrey. I need to date myself because obviously I don't know myself. That's why I keep getting in these situations and being ghosted. How many times do I have to be ghosted for me to realize, focus on yourself, Renee. Focus on yourself. That's what you need. People keep ghosting you. You keep trying to give love out, give love out, give love out. And don't get me wrong, don't stop giving love out to people. But you need to focus on yourself for a change. Like, child. So from March to now, I have been just focusing on myself. I don't want to engage in a relationship. I don't want to talk to no one. I need to find me. And when it's time for me to be presented with a partner, that partner will seek after me. I'm not going to be out in the gym or out in a club or out having brunch or doing whatever, trying to get someone's attention on social media, trying to get someone's attention. No, I'm not doing that. I'm posting stuff for me. I'm living my life for me. I'm getting dressed for me. I'm getting my hair, nails, feet, toes, laser done, all of these things for me. Not to be noticed by someone else. When I take pictures, I do it for me. When I make videos, I do it for me. Everything is me, me, me. No longer you. No longer me trying to seek attention from other people, trying to seek validation from other people, trying to be funny for other people, trying to get other people to notice me, and for all that. It's about me. And it feels good to finally be about me. And since I have done that, it has been a complete shift in my life. What other things that have changed is I did end up moving. I end up getting a job. I do work from home, but I do have the ability to go inside of the office, which y'all will see in the next. If it's not in this clip, in this video, then it will be in the next video. But I do have the opportunity to work from home or go into the office, which is everything that I wanted. And then when I go inside the office, I do have to dress up. I do work Monday through Friday, no weekends, and it's during the hours that I want. And I'm off every other Friday too. Baby, tell me that's not love. And I'm actually making more than the pay grade that I put on there. Baby, I am blessed. Do you hear me? When I tell you, write it down, make it plain, down to the exact T. What is it that you want? Not what no one else wants for you. What do you want? Write it down, make it clear. And you stand on it. And you don't settle for nothing or no one. When it even comes down to my partner, I know exactly what it is and what I want in my partner. I'm no longer looking at who, putting a name to, oh, I want this person in my life. No, baby, I want these qualities in my man. As long as my man have these qualities, baby, I don't care if your name is Bob, John, Curtis, Harold, Malik. Baby, I don't care about none of that. None of that. Old boo, new boo, future boo, I don't care. As long as you have the qualities that I have written down, that I have prayed for, baby, then you are an option. But don't think that I'm going to come seek after you. You're going to have to come find me. Yeah, the Most High is going to have to lead you to me. Because I'm not pursuing no one. If you shy, you don't know how to approach people, baby, you just going to end up losing out because I'm not opening my mouth to come and talk to you. I'm not doing that no more. So that is that. On another note, I did end up moving. I ended up moving to Houston. So I am officially living in Houston now. So life in Houston. Life in Houston has been great. I have had some bittersweet moments here. I did end up getting a house here. I got my job here. My job is based out of Houston also. But the sad thing is when I moved to Houston, my baby started elementary school in Houston. And then the day after, I lost my best friend. So that is the downside of Houston, because there's so many great things that is happening. I started going to Pilates. I started doing Ambar. Oh, babe, I had to see what that was. I started working out. I started going to yoga. I started doing guided meditations. On the inside of me, I feel really good. Really good. But then, I've never lost a best friend before. So to have to bury my best friend right when I moved, right when it seemed like things are finally going good in my life, it's hard. It is definitely hard, because I sit back and I think like, dang, why can't I just ever just sit back and truly just be happy, like fully happy? Why do my happiness always have to be surrounded by some type of sadness? But I don't question the Most High. Everything happens for a reason. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe there was things that I needed to see. Maybe I was holding on to people that I should have let go of, friendships that I should have let go of. I don't know. You know, I'm still trying to figure that part of life out. My camera is about to die, but I just put everything in the Most High's hand. So, life update, I'm finally working. My income has increased. I finally bought a couch. I still don't have much furniture, and I have a bed. I have a couch and a bed, and my baby got a bed too. So I'm super proud of that. I have good days and I have bad days. I'm still going to be very transparent, but when it comes to me vlogging, I'm still going to vlog, but I want maybe my more personal things in life to just be for me. I feel like when I start putting too much of my information, too much of my business on social media, that's when life just goes downhill. When it comes to friendships and my relationships, I think I want to just keep some of those things just way more private than what I have. You know, people come and people go. I'm going inside my 30s, and I just want genuine love around me. Genuine people who really care about me. And everything that has happened, I realized I have been surrounded by a whole bunch of fake people who only care about me if they can benefit from me. That's not love. So, that's my little step in of life. Life is crazy. I'm becoming a better mom too. Healing childhood wounds, reading books on how to be a better mom. People always think like being a mom is so easy. It's not. Especially when you have so much childhood trauma attached to like you're gonna like naturally sometimes parent the way that you was parent, and I don't want that. So I'm really working on myself, and it takes time, but I'm making it happen. I'm budgeting, I'm saving, I'm learning from my mistakes. And I'm no longer being a people pleaser. I'm learning how to set boundaries and stand on my boundaries, and finding love and peace within myself. I'm going to continue to give love to people, and I hope that my vibrant, exuderating... Y'all, Clarissa has died on y'all in the middle of me saying my exhilarating personality. I guess I'm not that exhilarating, but I done lost my train of thought. I feel good. I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be at right now, and life's just gonna keep getting better. So that is the insert from future present Audrey, and now we're gonna roll it back to the old Audrey, just in case y'all wondering, like, girl, didn't you just say you didn't have no job, but now you got a job? And wasn't you just in Louisiana, but now you in Houston? Baby, where's the whole change at? It was a lot that changed. But yes, I'm finally in Houston, and I love it here. It took me a while to get here, but baby, I'm here. I am finally here, and we're gonna get our home together. We finally have a house. It's time for us to buy decorations. It's time for us to decorate our home, make our house our home, and to continue to be the best person, the best woman, the best man, whoever you are that you can be. It's October, the end of October, so we really got 2 months, November, December, before the new year. Whatever your new year is, my new year is my birthday. I'm a December's baby, so that is my new year. I want to be the best person that I can and transform as much as I can before I turn 30. Just so even if I'm not fully changed, I know the direction that I'm going in. I'm no longer lost. My 20s, I have definitely been lost. But we'll talk more about that later. Okay? I love y'all. I'm so glad that y'all have stuck with me during this time. And just continue to keep me accountable. And just watch the growth. We're definitely going to grow this year. And we're going to be the best that we can. We're going to try. That's all that we can do is try and love. Try and love. And your girl hair has grown back. Yeah. If you've been around and you knew I started off bald head, and look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. I can't turn my hair. I can't shake my hair. Bow down, down, down. Bald head well. Stiff well. Stop playing with her. Okay, y'all. All right, I'm finna go ahead and upload this, edit this, upload it, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, my loves. Subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. Baby, do you, because I'm going to do me. All right. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful week. And find something that you're grateful for. This week, find something that you're grateful for and try to do something for someone else this week also. Get into the habit of that. Oh, and it's about to be Halloween, so happy Halloween! Bye.